Have you ever faced a moment so devastating that it feels like the world has ended? Picture this. A business person, the very embodiment of ambition and drive, stood in a boardroom, their latest project unraveled. The air in the room is heavy with the stench of failure. Their dreams, once vibrant and tangible, now seem like a distant memory. Or imagine an athlete. Their body, usually a well-oiled machine of precision and power, falters at the critical moment. The finish line was in sight, the crowd was roaring, but victory slipped through their fingers. The disappointment is palpable. The frustration overwhelming. They've trained relentlessly, sacrificed so much, yet they're left with nothing but the bitter taste of defeat. And then there's the student, their mind a whirlwind of facts, figures, and theories, yet they're struggling to make sense of it all. The academic challenges seem insurmountable. The red marks on their paper are a stark reminder of their shortcomings. They're drowning in a sea of confusion, their self-belief sinking with each passing day. These moments, these experiences of failure, are as diverse as they are common. They're the low points, the gut-wrenching, soul-crushing instances when everything we've worked for comes crashing down. We've all been there in one way or another. We've all felt the sting of unfulfilled dreams, the weight of unrealized potential. But here's the thing, failure in all its forms is a part of life. It's a harsh reality that we all face, irrespective of who we are or where we come from. It's a universal experience that binds us together, a common thread that runs through the tapestry of human existence. So next time you find yourself face to face with failure, remember, you're not alone. We all stumble, we all fall. But it's not the fall that defines us, it's how we rise. Failure, as harsh as it may seem, is a universal experience. In the quiet aftermath of failure, we find ourselves alone with our thoughts. It's a place many of us know all too well. It's a place where we're left to grapple with the echoes of defeat, where we replay the events leading up to our downfall over and over in our minds, questioning our decisions and our abilities. In these moments of introspection, we often find ourselves standing at the crossroads of regret and self-doubt, staring down the path we've walked and the one that lies ahead. This is where we begin to assess what went wrong, what could have been done differently. Was it a misstep, a miscalculation, or simply a lack of preparation? Or perhaps, was it something more profound, a flaw in our approach or our mindset? Yet, in this solitude, there's an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn from our shortcomings. It's not always about the missed shots, the lost matches, or the rejected proposals. Sometimes, it's more about the lessons we glean from these experiences, because in the shadow of defeat, we often find the seeds of wisdom and resilience. We begin to realize that failure isn't an end, but rather a stepping stone on the path to success. It's a teacher, a guide that shows us where we've faltered and how we can rise again. It's a mirror, reflecting our strengths and our weaknesses, our triumphs and our defeats. It's a compass, directing us towards the areas we need to work on, the skills we need to hone, the attitude we need to adopt. As we delve deeper into our failures, we start to see the bigger picture. We start to understand that the journey to success is not a straight line, but a winding road filled with ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks. We begin to see that each failure is not a roadblock, but a detour, a chance to learn, to grow, to evolve. And so, in the silence of introspection, we start to rewrite our narratives, to reshape our perspectives. We start to transform our failures into stepping stones, our setbacks into comebacks. Because in the end, it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we rise again stronger, wiser, more resilient. In solitude, we begin to understand the lessons failure teaches us. Even in our darkest hours, we are never truly alone. When we stumble, when we fall, there are hands ready to help us stand back up. These are the hands of our friends, family, mentors, our support system. Let's take a moment to appreciate these unsung heroes in our lives. These are the people who see us at our lowest, yet believe in our potential to rise. They remind us of our strength when we feel weak. They see our worth when we feel worthless. They're the ones who say, "You're more than this setback. You're capable, you're strong, and you can bounce back." And so, with their words echoing in our minds, we start to pick up the pieces. We dust off the dirt from our clothes. We wipe away our tears, and we try again. This time, however, we're not alone in our journey. We have our cheerleaders on the sidelines, rooting for us, believing in us. The athlete, once consumed by the shadow of defeat, now trains with renewed vigor. Each drop of sweat, each moment of pain, is a step towards redemption. The business person, after a setback, revises their plans, learning from past mistakes and forging a new path. And the student, once struggling with academic challenges, now studies with unwavering determination, fueled by the belief that they can and will do better. This resilience, this ability to bounce back, it's not just about personal grit. It's about the collective strength of our support system. It's about the encouraging words, the reassuring nods, the comforting hugs. It's about the love and faith that others have in us, even when we doubt ourselves. And so we march on, stronger and more determined. Each step we take, each challenge we overcome is a testament to our resilience and the power of support. We stumble, we fall, but we rise again, stronger than before. Remember, no one is an island. We need others to help us grow, to help us heal, to help us overcome. So let's not shy away from seeking help, from leaning on others when times get tough. Because it's in these moments of shared struggle and shared triumph that we truly grow. With support and resilience, we start to rise from the ashes of failure. The road to recovery is often steep and rocky, but every step takes us closer to our goals. Consider the business person, staring at the blueprint of a project that once seemed destined for greatness. It's not the end, it's a new beginning. With a steely resolve and a cup of midnight oil, they fine-tune the plan, turning every setback into a setup for a comeback. Or take the athlete, once defeated not by the opponent, but by their own limitations. Now they're back in the gym, sweat dripping, muscles aching, but eyes burning with determination. Every rep, every sprint, every drop of sweat is a step closer to redemption, a step away from failure. Then there's the student, once overwhelmed by academic challenges, now hunched over books, under the dim study lamp. Every page turned, every problem solved, every concept understood is a milestone in their journey towards success. It's not about acing the test anymore. It's about conquering self-doubt. Each of these journeys is unique, yet they share a common thread. The uphill battle. The path is fraught with obstacles. There are moments of self-doubt, times when giving up seems like the only option, but that's when we need to remind ourselves. It's a battle, not a walk in the park. And the true measure of success is not just reaching the top, but the climb itself. Every late-night revision, every extra training session, every extra hour of study, they're not just steps towards overcoming failure. They're stepping stones towards success, towards becoming a stronger, more resilient version of ourselves. They're proof that we have the power to turn the tide, to transform our failures into our greatest victories. And so, the uphill battle continues. It's grueling, it's challenging, but it's worth every step. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. Every step forward is a victory over failure, a testament to our resilience. In the face of failure, the sweetest victory is not just success, but the journey it took to get there. Imagine standing at the foot of a mountain, its peak shrouded in clouds. The path ahead is steep and treacherous, but with each step you take, the summit gets closer, the air gets clearer, the view more breathtaking. This is the journey of overcoming failure. Just as the mountaineer begins to see the peak, our protagonists too start to see the fruits of their labor. The business person's project, once on the brink of collapse, is now gaining momentum. The athlete, who once tasted the bitterness of defeat, is now tasting the sweetness of improved performance. The student, previously struggling, is now reaping the rewards of perseverance and determination. This is not an overnight transformation, it's a gradual change, fueled by a burning desire to succeed and the courage to face one's fears. It's about taking that first step, then another and another, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about falling 7 times, but standing up 8. This is the moment when hope starts to replace despair, when self-doubt begins to give way to self-belief. Their eyes gleam with a newfound confidence, a sense of determination that says, "I will not be defeated." Each victory, no matter how small, is a testament to their resilience. Each success, a validation of their efforts. But they don't stop here. They don't rest on their laurels. They take these victories, these successes, and use them as stepping stones to even greater heights. The triumph over failure is not a destination, but a journey of self-discovery, of growth, of resilience. It's about learning that failure is not the end, but a beginning, that it's not a setback, but a setup for a comeback. Through failure, we find our strength, and in overcoming it, we find success. This is the story of triumph over failure, A story that teaches us not just to dream, but to chase those dreams with unwavering determination and unyielding resolve. Failure is not a dead end, it's a detour on the road to success. It's an unexpected teacher, giving us a crash course in resilience, adaptability, and perseverance. Each defeat, each stumble, each setback, they're all lessons in disguise. They teach us about our strengths and our weaknesses, and most importantly, they teach us about ourselves. Every successful entrepreneur, every world-class athlete, every high achiever in any field, they've all had their fair share of failures, but they didn't let those failures deter them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones, as learning opportunities. They took those lessons to heart, applied them, and eventually they triumphed. So, when you face a setback, don't view it as a defeat. View it as a lesson, learn from it, grow from it, and use it to propel you forward. Remember, failure doesn't define us, it refines us. It's not the end of the journey, but a part of it.